I was just having a conversation with my dad right now. He's in Mexico, and we're talking about just the good and the bad stuff that's happening, and in all parts, and at different levels. And that's how the subject came up. It was just, you know, lightly in government politics. We don't get into that, or we're just kind of like, hey, what's going on? What's the opinion of this? What's the opinion of that? Okay, cool. Lightly, like I said, it was lightly, but it did bring up the whole concept of the whole idea of good and bad. And what I learned in my journey in self-work and personal development and mindset mainly, which is what I've discovered, that it's the most powerful tool to have. The mindset. Once you adjust your mindset to know how this universe works and the rules of the universe, and how you just make all these, follow the rules and work them in your favor, the universe starts bending in your favor. But you have to have the right perspective, and that's where the mindset kicks in. It's like, no, it's tough. It's a lot of bad things going on, and yeah, it is. It's perspective. Is it good or bad, or is it tough and easy? Because when you start going, oh, that's bad. How does that make you feel? You feel fucked up. You're like, damn. You start getting upset. You start getting angry. You start feeling, feelings of revenge, feeling of resentment, and you start putting on hate. You get back what you put out. You gotta be cautious about that shit. You can't be putting out hate. As good as it feels, because they're doing hateful things. In your opinion, they're bad, right? And I'm not saying that they're good, but it's your perspective. And that perspective, and knowing that everything has its polarity. In order to have good, you're gonna have to have, because we're using that term, right? Bad. Hold on one second. So like I was saying, in order to have good, you're gonna have to have bad, but it's your perspective. That's the part that manages your feelings. If you see it more like, man, that's tough. That's really tough. Not bad, just tough. That allows me, for me anyways, this is how it helps me straight up. I see some messed up stuff happening in the news, in the world. Like, damn, that's tough. And it switches the way I feel, my perspective towards it. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that it's acceptable. I'm not cheering it on. But by not coming in at the angle of that's fucked up or that's bad, and not even so much the words, because you could call it bad. It's the energy and the feeling that sits behind it. How do you feel about it? I feel angry. I feel resentment. I feel just this anger, just this hate. Like, okay, and rightfully so. I get it. I understand. Because I was there. That's fuck. I was getting consumed by these feelings, and I was like, fuck. Most of my days, I felt like shit. I was like, what? I can't. You can't do that. You can't do that to yourself. Because why? Because you gotta be that person of hope in your world, in your close proximity. The people who see you. It could be your spouse, your family, your loved ones, your kids, your friends. It could be if you post videos on the internet. It could be your folks that follow you here, your community. Like, are you helping them? Are you helping them have hate so they feel bad? And remember, feelings are the crystal ball to your future, your emotional state. The feeling, how does that make you feel? How are you feeling right now? I feel shitty. Okay, and guess what? That's what your future is going to look like. As long as you don't change that feeling and you keep on stringing these feelings of shittiness along, your future, and when I mean your future could be like in 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, 10 months, all that. As long as you continue to string this shitty feeling most of the time, most of the hours, most of the days, most of the weeks, that's what your future is going to be. Because your feelings control your actions. If you have shitty feelings, you're going to have shitty actions. You're going to have, then after that, starts building your character. Your actions build your character. You're going to have a shitty character. Then you're going to build shitty habits. And your habits create your reality. So your reality is going to be shitty. That's when I realized, like, fuck this. I can't let it consume me. So then what are you going to do? Ignore? I heard someone say the other day too, it's like, you can't ignore what's going on. No, I'm not ignoring it. It's not about ignoring it, because that's ignorant. That's like, oh, look the other way, I don't see anything. That's not the way it goes either. You can't. But it's your perspective towards it. It's the polarity. Understanding that everything has a polarity. Everything has, in order to have greatness, you're going to have toughness. In order to have, like, when everything's just going fire, everything's fucking good, everything's like, wow, that's fucking awesome. You have to remember, like, okay, there's going to come a time when the script gets flipped and we're going to have to go through some shittiness. But when it's shitty, you're gonna know that things have to get good. This too shall pass. It has to. What's that story, right, of King Solomon? And I just recently found out that that's not in the Bible, but it's a story that he says, I need you to go find something. Calls one of his trusty servants, workers. And he's like, hey, go find me something that when I'm happy, it makes me feel sad, and when I'm sad, I want it to that it can make me feel happy. I'm sorry if I butcher the story, but the concept I think I can nail. Because that's what we're talking about here. Because the lesson's true. So there goes his servant looking everywhere. Like, he gave me, like in those old school stories, it's not like you got 45 minutes or you got, 1 day or 2 days. No, it was a season, months, a year, whatever. Because he got on his camel and he went to go to different lands and different places. He couldn't find anything. People were like, we don't got nothing like that here. What are you talking about? You can't. Something that will make him feel bad when he's feeling good, but it'll make him feel good when he's feeling bad. And then he kept on going to all these different lands and different queens, different shops, different tianguises, different swap meets, different pawn shops. And nobody was like, nah, bro, I ain't got no potions, no nothing. That was popular then, right? And then finally he met some dude who just, a street vendor. And he had his permits and everything, so don't trip. And he's like, hey, I'm looking for this. And the guy's like, you know what? I can't help you, but I know a guy. Go down this street, this is the password. When you get to his door, he's going to let you in, tell him fucking, this guy sent you, and he'll be able to help you. He's like, all right, cool. So he went, and sure enough, the door was there, the doorbell was there, he hit it, and the guy came out. And he's like, hey, bro, so-and-so sent me. This is the password. He said it was cool to hit you up. You have something that, I could take back to my king, and he wants it to make him feel sad when he's feeling good, and he wants him to make him feel good when he's feeling sad. He's like, fool, I got you, don't trip. I think he came back. I can't remember this part. This part gets a little. I think it was a ring. Yeah, it was a ring. It was a ring. And he comes back and it's in a little bag or box or both. I don't know. And he's like, here you go. And he opens it. And he reads it. And then he gets this big smile on his face. He's like, perfect. So he closes it up. He hops back on his camel, hits the switches real quick. And he takes off just in time to make it back to the time limit that King Solomon had gave him. If I messed up any part of the story, fix it in the comments. And he got back, and I think the story says that King Solomon was in the middle of a party. He had a kickback going on in his kingdom. Had a bunch of people there. He was having a great old time. Just, partying it up, having a great time. They had all kinds of entertainment. DJ, banda, violin, the whole thing, percussion, the whole night. And he's like, hey, I'm here. And he's like, all right, let's see. He's like, gather around, everyone, because I gave this guy, almost did him to, stump the chump in front of everybody. He's like, he can't find anything like this. Nothing like this exists. He's going to fail. It's going to be a big fail in front of everybody. He's going to start laughing, and then we're going to, party it up. We'll give him a drink, and then he'll be happy. Everything will be fine. It's all in good fun. But he's going to fail. I know he is. This was King Solomon's take. So then everybody gathers around, and he explains what the mission was, and this guy, my homie Solomon, relates because that's the biblical character that I relate myself to so much. I love that dude. He had he's down. He's one of my favorite characters. I can relate with him a lot. And he opens up the little bag, and then he opens up the box, and he puts on the ring, takes out the ring, and he puts it on. But then He says, what is this supposed to do? I feel great right now. All my friends are here. The whole kingdom's here. It's plentiful. We got plenty to drink. We got plenty to eat. But I still feel good. This hasn't changed me. He's like, read what it says. Or something like that. And he's like, oh shit, there is some writing on it. I didn't see it. My bad. So then he turns around. He turns the ring over. Looks at the little, throws on his glasses and looks at the little writing on it had, and it says, this too shall pass. And he just went from having the best time of his life, and he got all bummed out. He started like damn near crying. He was just like, wow. And then he's just like, mission accomplished, he did it. And everybody was just cheering. So like, put the guy up on the shoulders, and he got some bonus, a few bricks of gold or something. And he realized that party that he was at, that great old time he was having, that wonderful time, it was gonna pass. It wasn't gonna last forever. But then he also was just so like he understood the message, because he knew that when shit was gonna get fucked up, and he was just gonna be like, fuck, nothing's working out, everything's going like shit, this is not working. All I had to do was read the ring, and it would give him the truth that this too shall pass. So that's how the story goes, right? That when everything's going fucked up, just remember, this will pass. It has to have its pendulum balance. That's the way this world functions. Everything has a balance. There's hot, there's cold, there's day, there's nights, there's warm, there's cool. Everything has its opposing balance. So not to think that we're gonna have fucked up shit is dumb. We're gonna have it. But also too, it's gonna pass. And not to think that things are gonna get great is also dumb. It will. But it also will pass. And it goes like that back and forth. When I realized that and I started combing through my life, it's like, that's right. It does. It gets good, then it gets bad, then it gets good, and it gets bad. But why? They're like, well, I don't want bad things to happen. That's where the mindset shift comes in. Don't see it as bad. See it as tough. This is fucking rough. That's another one I use. Man, this is rough. Going through a rough time right now. Rough patch. Whether it's at your house, whether it's your health, whether it's just your wardrobe, whether it's your country, whether it's the world, whether it's your community, whether it's your family, whether it's that one relationship with that one person, this too shall pass. Your job, your business, your gig work, whatever. It's great. Heads up. It's going to get fucked up. Man, it's fucked up right now. Oh, then don't trip. It's going to get great. It's perspective. So going back to another part that's a big important mindset shift is when it's great, enjoy it. But this is right here. This is a bar right here. Write this one down. When it gets fucked up, don't bitch, whine, and complain. Because that makes you feel like shit. It does not make you feel good. You think it does because you're cursing it out, you're complaining, you're blaming, you're bitching, you're whining. You think it makes you feel good, but your only thing that you're doing is writing your future. Remember, feelings is a crystal ball to your future. The way you feel right now is what your reality is going to be in the future. So yeah, when everything's going your way and everything's going good, it's easy to have a good future. But what about when the pendulum switches? What about when the season changes and it gets fucked up? You cancel the good by making your future bad by feeling bad. Remember, the way you feel, your emotional state is a projection of what your future is going to be like. So the hack there is when it gets fucked up, just, man, this is tough. Give me the energy to get through this, to endure it. Give me the energy to see what's there to learn here. Because life happens for me, not to me. And I know that there's something to learn here. What is it? Well, with the good feeling, with feeling good and feeling hopeful, you're going to be at a high vibration. You're going to be able to listen to what your conscience is trying to tell you, the authentic voice of God, creation, infinite intelligence. And you'll be able to capture what it is you need to learn from this rough patch. What's there to learn? Well, look how many people have their opinions. Look united everybody is on either sides, whether you agree with one of the sides or either of the sides. But watch how we function as humans. Wow, we can learn a lot from this. Yeah, but it's fucked up. It's bad. It is. And it's rough. In your opinion, it's rough. Somebody else's opinion, it could be like, fuck yeah, finally we're getting our way. To them, it's not bad. To them, it's not tough. It's just an opinion. But what about it? You know, that fucked up shit that's happening to those trees or that people or that community or whatever. Yeah, it's rough, isn't it? It's really rough. It's really tough. Puts a knot in my throat. I tear up. I feel so like, fuck, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna, you know, what's gonna be? It's rough. Your emotional state is possibly sad. You don't understand. That's a better emotion than having hate, and having resentment, than having anger, than having revenge. That feeling is not going to help you function correctly. It's not going to help you gather the information that you need to gather, that infinite intelligence, God, the source of creation, is trying to deliver to you through your conscience. And unless that's your job, you shouldn't let it consume you. And even when it is something, when it's really close, something that happens at your pad, I was like, I have direct control, you know, this is getting fucked up right here. How am I going to fix this? And it's your job because it's your castle. You think you're going to have a better answer or a better solution or a better approach to the challenge by being in an angry, resentful, hateful feeling? Or what about if you're in a gratitude state, an understanding state, and knowing that, okay, I'm going through a rough patch right now. This is tough. This is really tough. Even if you were to say, this is really fucked up, but I'm in a grateful state. I'm in a grateful state. Oh, you're glad that this shit's happening at your house? No. I'm glad that I'm able to be here, to show how I handle this, to be the example, to be able to endure it, to put up with it, to fucking, you know, go heads up with it. What? Let's go. I got the strength to do it. I got the discipline to do it. I'm not gonna bitch, whine, and complain. I'm gonna approach it as the tough human that I am. And I'm made for this. I'm built different. I'm built for this. And that's for something that's going on at your pad that you do have direct responsibility for. Your approach is better. How much dumb shit have we done when we're pissed, when we're resentful, when we're angry? How much dumb shit have you done when you're just in a state of gratitude? Less. I'm not gonna say nothing, but less. You do more dumb shit when you're upset, when you're ungrateful, when you're scared, when you're revengeful, when you're bitter, sour. We tend to do more dumb stuff, I know I do, than when you're in a gratitude state, when you're in a good state, when you're and things are going, you feel good because things are going your way. Now the magic comes when you can be in that state when things are not going your way. That's when it gets real. That's when you start showing your true character. That's when you start building discipline, and that's when you start really leveling up. Because guess what? If you could be badass when things are not going your way, how much more of a badass are you going to be when the pendulum swings and things start going back your way? Try it. Hope it helps. It helped me a bunch, big time. You want to kick it? You want to become homies? Hit the subscribe button. We can hang out here. Some links in the bottom. You want to hang out in the mindset group, putting that together. I got to check it every now and again too. Let's get some people in there. And then also too, it helps out a lot if you want to do me a favor and help out the channel. Hit the thumbs up. If you got any questions about anything I talked about, it also helps out the channel, and hopefully I could help you by answering the question that you have. Just leave it in the comments. I could even make a video about it. And if you don't got no questions but you still want to help things out, just say what's up in the comments. I'll get at you on the next one.